To a special that ABC is airing later this evening. Under the guise of caring for children, this Gashly Grum Tinies-esque special, hosted by Diane Sawyer, titled Young Guns, encourages you to snoop on your neighbors and ask whether or not they have guns. In a classic case of a news outlet making the news instead of reporting on it, ABC places guns all around these play areas, and then they record what happens when kids find them. Watch.
Is it possible? When your child goes to a friend's home, there's a gun loaded, not locked away? So tempting.
Right there. Are they digging under their bed?
1.7 million American children live in a home with an unlocked and loaded firearm. So, do you really know what's in your neighbor's closet? Have you ever asked?
How dare you?
Is that what you were talking about?
Yeah, you have 80 million gun owners. You know, the first problem that I see is that ABC producers irresponsibly conclude that we have an epidemic of accidental shootings involving children because these producers placed guns around play areas and children looked at them. The second problem I see is a hysterical report based upon the presupposition that accidental death as a result of improperly used firearms, it's an epidemic. It's not. So for truth, let's actually check some statistics and put this into an unbiased perspective. There exists roughly 90 million gun owners in the United States and about 40 million children under the age of 10. The CDC's National Center for Injury and Prevention Control, via our very good friend John Lott, reports that, for instance, in 2003, 28 children under the age of 10 died from accidental gunshots. In fact, calculating the statistics from the CDC, less than 2% of all firearm deaths in the United States are the result of accidental shootings. The overwhelming majority is from gang and drug violence. It's less than 2%, not even half of that involves children. Children account for less than 1% of all accidental shootings. In fact, according to the CDC and National Safety Council, pools, cars, poison, all of these are exponentially more dangerous, resulting in the deaths of thousands of children a year. In 2010 alone, the CDC reported that 602 children died from drowning, 262 children died in fires. Car accidents claimed the lives of 923 children, all under the age of 10. And according to SafeHorizon.org, 1,537 children died due to abuse and neglect. Over 53% of the abusers were men. 81% of the time, they are a member of the family or a friend of the family. You know, all of these things, these are real epidemics. So when Diane Sawyer is going, was she going to host a special on that? If the purpose is to save children's lives, the most beneficial question and most obvious one would be to ask your neighbor if they own a pool, or if they own a car, or how they store their household chemicals, if they're wife beaters, if they abuse drugs or alcohol, and if they know of a creepy family member or a friend who's a dude. I mean, if we're going to be afraid of things, let's be afraid of that which actually exists in reality, not some pistol boogeyman born of a gun phobia. Now, this is why those